Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and let's get right into it because we can see that Bitcoin got a very nice move towards the upside today. It ended up holding that $25,000 area, which was our fib retracement. Let's just take a look right here, which was our 50% retracement, and it held it beautifully. And now we are getting a nice little impulsive move up towards the upside. Again, this could be our fifth wave for Bitcoin. So again, I'll just illustrate this again. So this Elliott wave is just, it's not really showing it at the moment, but I can, maybe we'll check inverted. Okay, it's not showing it at the moment, so I'll just draw it out for you guys. So I'm definitely looking for something like this to play out in near term. So we'll see. We got your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna get your final fifth wave up, and then you'll probably get an ABC correction towards the downside. So again, I'll probably be looking around 32 to 35,000 as my first target, but again, we obviously have to overcome some resistances here of 28,300. If we can't get above that, then there's obviously, like, we're not going to get to these levels here. And if the stock market starts to plummet and we start to get a bit of a retrace in the Nasdaq and in the S&P, then you're not going to see any of these scenarios play out for Bitcoin. Although it's still possible, but I definitely see it would be definitely unlikely for the Bitcoin to start pumping like crazy if the markets start to tank, unless there's more financial institutions that are going to start failing, which would be a catalyst for Bitcoin to go up, which was the catalyst right here for Bitcoin to go up from like 20,000 all the way to 30,000. So again, that was a 50% pump in Bitcoin. Okay, so let's just take a look at Wave Edge here and Market Cipher to see what we can see at the moment on a daily time frame. So right now we have a -4 and a 16. You still got red money flow. The momentum's wave is going up, but you have the VWAP, which is already pretty extended at the moment. It could start to come down, so keep a close eye on that. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. The weekly is looking way more bullish than last week's. Again, last week we had a 15 and a -3, and we made a lower low. Now we're starting the week off with a 9 and a -1. So things could take a turn, but please keep in mind we still have red money flow on the weekly time frame, which is not a good thing. And in the short term, where would I see Bitcoin going? Again, I think you might get a pullback, come back down maybe to 27,850. You are starting to see a little bit of selling on Wave Edge. You guys can see these red crosses are selling pressure in whales, taking some profits here after this big pump. And you're also seeing the same thing on the 1 hour time frame. You can look at this in multiple charts. You're going to get the same reading. So whales are starting to take profit after this big pump from 26,700 to 28,274. That was a 5.5% pump. You are going to most likely get a retrace, probably back down to 27,000 to 27,500. At which point I'll probably take profits on my short position that I have right now. Okay, let's take a look at the S&P and the Nasdaq. So again, a very light volume day again, and we got a bit of a dip in the market today, but again, nothing really meaningful. We still had very, very low volume on the SPY. You guys can see here we had 76 million shares, still on the lighter side of things. And again, you can see the Qs, everything gapped down essentially today, but the buy the dippers came in and the market started to float up towards the upside. So we'll have to see if we fill this gap right here tomorrow at 439.24 cents on the SPY, and then start to reverse down. If we do end up doing this, then you're going to start to find major support right around this area, around 418 to 420, from essentially where the SPY started breaking out and pushing higher. And then as far as the QQQ goes, which is the Nasdaq, it has been a very parabolic move, and I've even drawn a curve here to show you how parabolic this move has become. You are starting to break it at the moment. I guess I could adjust it just a little bit like this to maybe make it fit a little bit better. So you're right on the line at the moment. If it were to push higher, now would be the time, and then maybe we'll get a breakdown later. But if again we just hit the $1,500, $300 area, which is these two pivot tops, and then boom, it acted as major resistance, and we'll see if we retest it tomorrow. But if it doesn't and you start to pull back down, then you're going to see it, it could potentially pull back down very sharply. Again, the Nasdaq stocks are really in the stratosphere at the moment, and I think it's like 10 to 12 stocks have participated in this entire rally. So it's really just a couple big cap techs that have been pushing it up, like Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Meta. I mean, the list goes on. Not that long because there's only a couple of stocks that have been pushing it up. But overall, once these stocks start to pull back, then again, Tesla, look at that RSI. It is absolutely insane. It's at like 89. And the last time it was at its peak, it was at 94. So we'll see if it can get up to that 94 area. But again, Tesla remains extremely overbought at the moment. If it even comes close to that $287 area, I might just have to pull the trigger on a short because this thing is just going parabolic right now. And we know that things that go parabolic do not last long, like MVIS, parabolic move, right? 300% move towards the upside, and then boom, it crashed down to 45%. It is starting to consolidate right now, but if the floor starts to give here and you go lower, then you're gonna start to have to take a look at even lower levels, potentially maybe $2.50. Okay, same thing as goes for SMCI. Nvidia, again, Nvidia is probably the stronger name out of all of them. It's still making a new all-time high today, but you are seeing a significant amount of distribution happening at the moment. So please be careful if you're thinking of taking longs at these levels. I mean, you'd have to smoke some really good stuff to start longing Nvidia at 438. I mean, where would your price target be, right? Because you're in price discovery mode right now. So I mean, you do you, and I'll do me. But if I were to long here, I would be definitely worried. Okay. All right, moving along here, let's take a look at oil and natural gas. So oil, a bit of a sideways day today, not too much action, but natural gas getting hit hard today. You guys may be getting worried at the moment with nat gas being down 4.5 or 5% today in one single day. But again, I've seen even bigger down days for nat gas. And potentially we might be seeing a retest of the breakout at the moment because, you know, if we go from here to the breakout, if you go from the wick, you're back underneath the, you know, these trend lines. But to me, this looks a little bit better once you play it out underneath this trend line right here. You got to touch a wick, so you confirm that this area right here was resistance, and we did just get rejected from it. But now we are retesting the breakout. So if this level can hold, you could see it bounce back up and maybe it will continue this rally. But if you see it start to stall out and we start to wick below, then you might want to take a look at $2.37 as support. Okay, let's take a look at gold today. A bit of a down day on gold. Again, not too much, you know, action as well, but it was a down day and it's just consolidating at the moment. If gold takes another leg down, which means the dollar would have to go higher, which it looks like, I mean, it's starting to push back up at the moment. But if the dollar can't get above this moving average, which is the 50-day moving average, then you are going to push lower, back down to that 101 level, and then you're going to start to hit support again for the dollar. And again, that would be a catalyst, a bullish catalyst for gold to go back up. But if the dollar goes up, gold's going to go down to 1915, and after that, you're going to get some support at 1876 and 1800, okay? Moving along, taking a look at silver, a big down day for silver. I'm not too sure why silver was down so much, but I love the fact that silver is going down. I would love to start accumulating a long position if it could get down to $22.30, and I would keep accumulating as long as it remains up on top of this resistance box right here. But, you know, in the macro picture, long term, I think silver is going significantly higher. Okay. So I think I covered most things right now. Bitcoin is looking very bullish. It's breaking out at the moment. So if you guys are looking for shorts, just be careful. Make sure to set your stop losses and place small position sizes like I am. And you know, if Bitcoin does get a bit of a dip, then we're going to be looking to long it because Bitcoin at the moment is breaking out on good volume. Okay. Thanks for listening, everyone. Love you all. Peace.